like my mentor, the guy basically who keeps movement on like what are you doing and tasks, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, what do you do? I hear you. I'm like, bro, you'll see. Because now I'm also doing fashion. And that's another side that people don't know I'm doing. But it's there. And when it drops, I promise you. I promise you.
Let's start from the beginning. The where's the everything? How did you come about, bro? How did you come about? What's your story?
Okay, my story is basically I've always been doing like cultural things or like things that did organizing within my whole life, and just being a student of the game, or not the game to say, but like of life within a certain period of, so like from school events to like galas to so on and so forth. I was always wanting to be part of that, of like a network to stay or structure. And I found fascination in that from like not like an early age, but like I had knowledge of that. And stepped into varsity, had a busy shaking going into varsity, but like, you know, you trial and tribulation, you get where you want to be. Studied finance with UNISA with 2 years, and I was in a space of where I started a company which I did 2 years prior, which did eventing. But eventing, we also did branding, marketing, and so like the whole brand pack of what the business is today in our spaces today. So it was just really being a creative to say. So that's what my company did, and that's what I would say, hope to go known for, was eventing that was structured in a sense that we're doing like brand pitches to say. So like it would always have a theme, a reason why we're doing it there, how we're doing it there, and yeah. So it's crazy speaking about yourself. I don't really speak about myself a lot, and it's very hard for me to brand myself in a certain image because I do so much and I lose track of it. Not lose track of it, but it's in my memory, and it's very hard to share with people on what you do in certain spaces, because you know what I do when I'm in the space, but like me explaining it to you, it's very hard. So like I just thought I shied away of explaining myself and really just showing what my art does. And I believe that it's gotten to me to the point that I am today, because it's just that person that you see next to you that you don't know who you are, you don't know who I am, and we just have that common conversation of saying, bro, what do you do? And that learning of people and that networking, build certain structures, and you building those certain structures make certain buildings where you can open doors to certain people. So yeah, man, I'm just trying to be in a space where I can fill in that structure, if not build my own.
Let's get real with it, bro. Me, I wanna know, you know, it's been tough. It's always tough in life. It's always tough, and like, you know, we have to balance creativity. We have to balance work. We have to balance. So like, how has it been transitioning from like coming from the company, coming from events? Because I know I struggle with that, being a space when I was constantly in control.
Sure.
And you're moving into a space more like fana, but you have to work because it's an opportunity, and you know it's gonna better your life. How's that whole transition been, like balancing school, balancing all these things, bras, family life, and all of that, bro?
Personally, me, I'm no angel with these things. I find it hard to balance, so I have to let go of certain things within my life. I can't hold a lot of things with my two hands. So I try to doing it all, but you kind of kill yourself with that. So with me, how I balanced everything was I just sat down with myself and asked myself, what do I really want? What change do I want to bring to a certain society? Who am I as a person? What are my talents? What can I do? What can I do in a space? Wrote down all those things. Took feedback of what I was doing with a certain period of time. Like I was telling people, like, what do you do? I'm like, bro, I was just sampling of what I was doing for 2 years so that I could understand what space I'm in. Because like a lot of people will say, nah, Joe, this is what's going on in this space, but you've never been in this space yourself, you know? So I ran for 2 years, not in the blind, just as a student, learning about certain things, learning about sound, learning about how to run an event, learning about where to do an event, learning how to brand, learning how to do graphic design, learning how to create, learning how to make your own ideas, learning how to produce. And it's just learning all those things and just say, okay, now cool, I know about all these things, what do I do with that? And that's what makes you up to that next person. If you don't know what you're going to do with all that talent, and it's all just a bag of talent, you just have a bag, bro. If you don't know what you're going to do with all that talent, and it's all just a bag of talent, you just have a bag, bro. You just have a bag, bro. It's about getting into your bag, bro. Like, it's really about getting into your bag. That's what I'm
just have a bag.
So, like, a lot of things.
That's dope.
A lot of things.
Dope.
People I've shied away from because it wasn't giving me that energy to do what I'm doing tomorrow. And it's not a thing of like we're fighting. It's not a thing of like we're not cool. It's not a thing of like I'm ignoring you. It's a thing of like I have to worry about me right now, because I found myself in a position of where I gave, but I didn't understand what I was giving to. So all of me was gone, and I'm sitting by myself, and I'm like, bro, I'm left with nothing. And it's by yourself. As I say, there's two people in your corner. People who are close to you and God. And those are the people you have to listen to in times like that, because you don't stay in those times for long, you know? You get up, but you need to understand what's going on there so you can go up, you know what I'm saying? So I just like eliminated everything, went back to basics. Like I say, living a school, like a high school life. You have work, you focus on work, and you have hobbies, and you try to succeed those hobbies, and we'll see where we get there. You know, it's really, I feel like we're in a position where we wanted to be the CEOs, you know? We wanted to be the pinnacles of our like careers and our industries and our games, but we didn't understand the game from the bottom to the top. So you know nothing.
You know nothing.
You're just like a student, you know what I'm saying? Like you're just a child, and if you be a redundant student, you're gonna be in a position for a long time. And I couldn't allow myself to be in that position, because in our lifetime there's a lot of things that are putting us in the same position: alcohol, weed, drugs, so on and so forth. But now it's a thing where you have to be an adult, but be a student and a child, so you can be a child. You know what I'm saying? You have to be an adult and be aware of the situations that you're in, what you're doing, how you're doing it, why you're doing it, so you can live a better life of satisfaction, as we say it. What satisfies you in a certain space, or materialistic, whatever it may be, or spiritually as well. So that's how I live my life. If you give me a good energy, I'll give it back a good energy back to you. Say it again. If I give a good energy to you, I respect the same coming back to me. If you give it back to you, I respect the same giving back to me. But you have to give me the same energy, or a good energy as well, so we can work, you know, and we can communicate, and we can speak, and we can build a bigger relationship as well. Sorry, I'm just a bit dazed for talking.
So bro, yeah. So my next question is, Kaulum fana peli, Kaupelo Pilovola, you know. Pilovom not there guys, but you've since moved out and nigga living like a king now. How's that change, bro? How's that like onto our clanze Brazwara Papeli, Brazwara Pagasi, and I doubt that you don't rap it no more, like Like I don't doubt that you still rap it. That's what I'm saying actually. I don't doubt that you still rap it. But how's that whole transition been, like from Pele to, I won't say where you live, but from Pele to here?
Uh, I feel like I'm still in Pele. Like I'm in Pele 4 days in the week without fail. But having the escape of like just being away from Pele, it's been a lot in a sense of just understand of like where people are at in a certain space. You know what I'm saying? In Pele is the best life because you're just living in a space. You know what I'm saying? You're just living inside. So we don't really focus who's next to you, who's at the back of you, who's in front of you. It's just like living to like the best of your means. And that's what I really enjoy about that. But like moving here just like opened me to how things are really are. Like a real depth understanding. And like for me, it's not really me moving here, but it's just the situation that I am here. You understand? So like I'm not gonna like shy away from that and cry and say, nah, I'm not in this position. It's just that living in the position that I am, you know, but not really forgetting how I lived before. Understand? Because I feel like I learned all my lessons from the hood, you know what I'm saying? All my lessons I learned from the hood. I learned like so much that I infused it into how I live today. And that depth understanding of how to live is crazy, because you like every room that you get, you always have to focus yourself as a student, what's going on in the space, but also be like smart, like not like shady things can fly by you. And like I still live by that, you know. I still do most of my business in the hood as well. Like most of the creators I work with are still in the hood, but like I've taken the next step, you know. And like it's been crazy because I've also been learning like sound, like to like play music and stuff like that. And something that I also want to adapt to later in deep house especially, and like seeing like different scenes of like the hood especially from a different light, because you know different retrospect is crazy as well, because now I'm also seeing a different side of the hood and how the hood is also an ecosystem for like the neighboring hoods around it, because I just live like 10 k's away from the hood actually after that mountain. So it's like a 10-minute drive. It's not that far. So like it's not that far away from me, and like I still like jump in between areas, but it's just nice to see change, bro, and to see growth, man, with our parents as well, to see how they did their plans from apartheid, you know. And we don't live in the same times, but that's what they struggle, you know. And we have our struggles today that might be bigger or can compare to theirs, you know. But that was their struggle and how they came out of it. So now it's our turn to take what's our struggle and to come out of this to be in a better position, to be at a higher position, so we can take care of them. That's it, bro. That's it, bro. Like I've seen creatives joy, and I beg you see yourself like, nah, bro. Matter the way he polished the act. That's it. That's it, bro.
Probably being a real nigga is hard, bro. Being a real nigga is hard.
Bro, you see it with these artists, like when you record. So like, I record a lot. So you know when you record, you have that personality thing when you record, bang. Nah, this person's like this character's like this. So we can move through the process quicker. So like you don't really, you're just a person in the space. Your character's not supposed to be in a bigger space. But you just see how people work, you know? And how this thing is like really a craft. For some people, like no jokes, like this is why I'm doing this type of thing.
This is my life type of thing.
This is my life, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I saw like this like during Corona, now you see, cause you're still in the space, so you just see like, I hate to say it, but struggling artists, and you see bigger artists. The gap is like huge, because your artists who are signed, Bashar, it's easy days, and your artists who are not signed, they live a different life, bro.
Yeah.
And seeing like the hustle of some artists to still do music and still be in music is crazy. It's crazy, like it's too crazy. Like like sometimes you're like, dude, like what the hell's going on, bro? You know, some situations. So like now you just watch, bro. Sit in the corner, take notes, and watch, bro. Watch, bro.
Hey Joe, so now you call yourself a creative, and that's a term. Hey, that's a very deep term, that one. You know,
Sure.
that's a very deep term because it has a lot of. I feel like also the term creative, like as like a last resort type means, because there's nothing really to describe wanting to do everything, like wanting to do video.
I can explain it. Thing.
That's what I'm saying.
I can explain.
What's a creative? Tell me what's a creative. Tell me why do you call yourself a creative?
Okay, this is what I feel a creative is, and I've seen certain people, like certain creators running in the space, bro. And to see like certain like pinnacles of our generation and the creatives that they do it, it's crazy. Everything is run by a creative. Your corporate brand, your marketing, your financial plan, your business ideology. It's crazy. Everything is run by a creative. But the creative is the person that creates the idea of something or creating something that is within a certain time or space, maybe a product or a service. So you get people like brands will just hit up and like, hey Joe, you're Virgil Abloh of the world. I just don't want to use creators in our space because of certain reasons. You're Virgil Abloh of the world. They'll say, nah, bro. Joe, we're designing a young couch there. I thought you don't do couches, bro. But we feel your touch that you did on a shirt that you did 4 years ago. And they hit you up and like, bro, what can you do to my product that can take it to the next space? You are that person who says, okay, like, oh, product needs to be from this space to that space. How do I get it from there to there? And you do that. You do the running of that. You do the production of that. May it be film, may it be fashion, may it be branding, may it be an artist, may it be a DJ. I mean, the DJs of the world now are creatives, bro. One of the biggest creatives that we have now, because you're someone like Coffee's doing DJ, but on another side he has a bottle, on another side he has another thing, on another side he has a shirt. And that's like a brand. It's one business to a consumer. So you need to understand, where do I stand in this big market and pool? What do I hold? What do I bring? What can I bring to come to life? And if you can put yourself in that bracket, do that, bro. We're working with the Godfathers now, bro. Like, it's crazy. And just being in the space, like of Deep House, Moras, like we don't laugh. And it's just more than 40 guys, so it's clearly it's a space, bro. Clearly. More than 40 guys. Those niggas signed, bro. Those niggas drop 1,000 songs, album. Sounds of Deep House, Godfathers of Deep House. 1,000, bro. Mix and mastered, bro. Mix and mastered. But it won't cover now.
No, the event, the one event.
Oh,
Do you think you're ever gonna come back into the eventing space?
Let me just get some people on my back. It can be so easy. And like working in certain gigs, being hiding certain gigs, in certain spaces, you carve like so I'm like, that's why I even told like Lea, I'm like, hey my fun, and I push her 2 minutes. We'll come back.
So I wanna ask you, in terms of like you being a creative and a creator and wanting to do things, like what do you think is your biggest contribution, or what do you want to contribute majorly to, whether it be the hood or it be to the arts, or it be to
what I want to be as an artist, and what my whole satisfaction wants to go into.
I think these things will be fast.
What?
Anime. Problem is very annoying.
You need to get the laptop, bro. That number.
Being to i7 MacBook Pro. It's 49,000.
That's the flaw, but that's the best. Every single creator needs that thing. Every single, bro.
Not for 50k though.
I know, bro, but use
imagine the super desktop.
use that thing. Yeah, but the thing is, you're gonna go to Cape Town, bro.
Don't
Go with Talantewa. Go with
Talantewa.
Talantewa. Germany.
Hey, critique.
Outside! Fuck out of here.
I will feel. Hey.
Mbappe.
So, finding that information is a very long time. And the manufacturers of doing it was also tough. But like, got it now. Got it. I think the artist that I want to speak to is the person with the plan, you know? Because whatever your plan may be, bro, what weird thing you want to do, or what weird definition of you have something, or what idea you want to have, is to follow that, you know, and to appeal to that person. Because being intrigued about something is a gift on its own, bro. Like finding satisfaction from something, you know? And when you get closer to that something, you find something else that you can look upon because you got to that position. So it wasn't really about the thing of you getting, it was really about the journey getting there, you know? And I really wanted to appeal to those people because we really need creators that are going to come with answers about things that are happening in our lives today. May it be corporate, may it be artistic, may it be in fashion, because what we're falling upon today is mainstream, on the grain, and it's not to what society really is. It's not really a definition of what people are supposed to see. So people don't have knowledge of that. So we lose that whole depth understanding of what's supposed to be going on is being lost because people close people in certain brackets and in certain spaces so that seed won't grow. And we lose a lot, guys. We lose upon a lot because living in not a shadow, but living in a space where you're living by yourself and your whole creative space is you do everything. I'm the financial planner, I'm the creative, I'm the CEO, I'm the marketing, I'm the PA, I'm the administrator. Is a whole different space because now you understand of like, okay, bro, it's what it takes, bro. This is what needs to be done on a certain level, and like opening your doors to that is crazy. And like with me, I'm a generous person, so I always give, bro, and I always will tell people around me, I'm like, bro, there's this plan, bro, there's this plan, and want to build a certain thing, but like also to yourself, like believe in yourself, bro. Sometimes you are the plan, and you try to define it with other people, and you're supposed to be defining it with yourself, and you lose that space, you lose that time. So I'm no master of the game, bro. I'm just a student, bro. Like I go into every space as like Ejo, I get to say I don't know nothing, bro, because going with that is building the knowledge that you can go with tomorrow. So in a different space, nothing, but you know so much, but it's just a thing of like, hey bro, I knew all these things without knowing nothing. I wasn't arrogant about it, had no ego about it. I had no need to be that, you know? I had no, like, you know, in our society now, and it's sad, like, with Twitter and, like, Instagram and things, we are told to live in a certain way. And that's the image that every boy and girl has. But now you can't be your own person. And that is killing a lot of us. It's killing a lot of things, it's killing a lot of knowledge, it's killing a lot of dope things that like the world wouldn't see. So I'm just crying for that, bro, because like just being in 2020 alone and seeing the things that people weren't supposed to see from 50 years ago is crazy. It's too crazy.
You a dreamer? Yeah. Haven't seen too many around lately. It's been tough lately for dreamers.
Different time.
They say dreaming's dead, but no one does it anymore.
Different time.
It's not dead, it's just it's been forgotten. Removed from our language.
Just hit a young
Nobody
like
teaches it,
that.
so no one knows it exists.
Same person, different beast.
Different
Banished.
beats. Different beats.
Same
Yeah.
person, different beast.
I'm trying to change all that, and I hope you are too. By dreaming every day. Dreaming with our hands and dreaming with our minds. Our planet is facing the greatest problems it's ever faced. Ever. So whatever you do, don't be bored. This is absolutely the most exciting time we could have possibly hoped to be alive. And things are just starting.